So I want to talk about a practice that has been like one of the practices that stands out above and beyond all the other practices. And that is the practice of meditation. So for those of you who don't meditate, let me just describe. Meditation is where you sit quietly and you try to quiet the mind, where you don't have all this busy stuff going on. And for those of you who know what it is, I want to talk about when we cultivate that silence. What starts happening is you'll start noticing an impulse that's kind of coming through you versus the intellectual part of us that conjures up stuff. Okay, and there's a big difference. One of them is it's like your intuition. There's an energy that's coming through you that wants to reveal itself. And then there's the personality, which, studies strategic planning, and you go do strategic planning, or you learn how to post to Twitter or to LinkedIn or wherever, and you go do that. Those are all intellectual kinds of things. And the problem with a lot of entrepreneurs is we get caught up in these transactional kinds of thinking versus the feeling tone of what is trying to move through us. And let's talk about for a moment where that can show up. It first shows up in how you're holding space for the direction your company needs to go. If you're in your head all the time, or if you're analyzing everything, you're not going to feel that impulse that's trying to come through you. All right, so we want to spend time in that quiet space, meditating, trusting that the more we do that, the louder that movement, that impulse becomes to us. All right, so another place it might show up is when we're listening to our partners. Are we able to hold space just to allow them to sort through whatever they're trying to sort through, or to express whatever they're trying to express? And the more we're able to do that, the easier it is for them to see their own solution. The easier it is for them to trust that you're a safe person to share and explore with, right? So you're cultivating this environment of safe space for people. You're cultivating, for them to feel what wants to come through them, right? So the more you practice that silence without, interfering with the intellectual, like when you hear your partner say something to you and you want to go fix it, that's the intellectual piece. And I'm saying just learn through your meditation when to just be quiet, when to just listen, and just allow. Like, let's say there's a lot happening. I know a lady who her business of 40 some years just burnt to the ground and all that was in it. And there's something there for her. There's something like, okay, what is trying to burn to the ground other than her business? There's something in her that is trying to let go of, right? It's trying to change. It's trying to modify itself. And when we're quiet, we cultivate that quiet. It's easier to discern what is trying to happen in us moment by moment. All right, so I hope that's useful for you. If you feel drawn to this kind of conversation, go ahead and subscribe or like whichever platform we're on here. And if you got questions, or if you want to add some commentary, feel free to put some comments below, and maybe we can get a good conversation going. Many blessings. I hope you're having an amazing weekend, and hopefully this will provoke you to sit quietly and just try to feel what is trying to move through you, what is trying to come through, and how you can be that for other people, like help them what's trying to come through, not from an intellectual place. This is from a feeling place. All right, many blessings. See you in the next video.